Like a star, a star, a star, a star, like a star, a star, a star, a star, like a star, a star, a star, a star, like a star, a star, a star, a star, like a star, a star, a star.
What is up, YouTube? This is Ironnicle here, bringing you, well, I'm not bringing you this, but it's actually a guest narration from Boomer. So, this is Ironnicle here, fine, guest narration for Boomer, and it is actually Boomer versus myself on the other side, so it's going to be pretty confusing for me, so let's just see how it goes. So, I got it from Zuruzukin, and I think that his Alakazam is probably Life Orb, like most are, because of Magic Card. So, that is why I switch my Zuruzukin to take the Shadow Ball, and then I switch back out, predicting a Focus Blast into my Mew. So my Mew comes in and I can go for the Stealth Rock, and I'm predicting his bulk up or something. So he goes to a bulk up, and now I'm hoping that he would go for the bulk up once again, so I can get a safe switch into my Aerophone to on-chrome into bulk up. This is actually pretty confusing for me because I have to say what Boomer does and what I do. So his Boomerushin or his Repulsion, he switches back out. He switches into Porygon 2, which was a great play on his part because he does get to Trace Mischievous Heart, which will give him +1 priority to his what do you call it? Non-attacking attacks, non-attacking moves, I guess. So I accept myself, hoping that he would not carry the Ice Beam or something, but he does. I'm guessing it's the Thunderbolt, Ice Beam Recover, and maybe the Toxic or T-Wave set. So I go for the, I don't really want to stay in. That is why I switch into my Zuruzukin, because I know even if he goes for Toxic or this Thunder Wave, I do have Shed Skin, and I can easily just Shed Skin it off, and I do also have Rest. So he goes for Toxic, and I predict him to switch out back in his Alakazam, predicting my Crunch, predicting my High Jump Kick. That is why I went for the Crunch, but he does predict that, and he stays in on a Crunch. He does get a defense drop, but it doesn't really matter because this turn I do decide to KO him with a High Jump Kick. Now I don't know why, but Boomer has something against his Wolves, because his Porygon 2 was completely fine. He could have just stayed in with it, but I guess he doesn't want to do that and just wants offensive momentum on his part. So he sends in his Natori, which is obviously going to switch out, because why would you bring a Natori onto a Zuruzukin? And that is why I go for the Crunch, and which will pretty much decimate his Gengar. So his Gengar gets one-hit KO'd. It was a pretty good play on my part, and a pretty well, it was a good play on Boomer's part, but I pretty much saw through that. And we were talking on Zat, Lucario Strike, please check that place out as well. And yeah, that Boomer tries to on-Novi on Zat. If you have battled him, you know what I'm talking about. So I go into my Mew and predicting his Drain Punch or something, and he does go for the Drain Punch, which is great. Now I might be able to taunt him so he can't go for the bulk up. And what's the other moves carry? Yeah, I just can't go for the bulk up, and I forgot what these things carry. Bulk up, Drain Punch, Payback, and Mach Punch. Yeah, so he can't go for the bulk up. So I go for the taunt, I think, and then I decide to go for the transform, and he brings in his best lead, also known as Natori, and so I transform into his Natori, and now I can't really touch his own Natori, so he knows that I'm predicting him to switch out. So I switch out, hoping that we'll do a double switch, and he would go into, like, I don't know, his Repulsion or something, like a Will-O-Wisp on him, which won't make a difference, but will help me wear it out. But he doesn't switch out, and he stays in, which is well, unfortunate for me. That means I have to switch back out, go into my Mew, and that does mean, and he switches out also, and he goes into his Repulsion. So I have no reason here why not to go for the taunt once again, because Repulsion is actually a pretty massive threat to my team, and I can't really touch it too much. Well, besides maybe catch it on a switch or something. So I switch. So I go for the taunt, and I think his only attacking move on his Natori is Jarable, and I do have a Heatran on this team, which will help me pretty good, which will help me roast this Natori to smithereens pretty much. Oh, that was a terrible phrase. I'm never gonna say that again. It's not from a 1940s cartoon or something. So he switches his Heatran, and he goes for the Garble, and my Heatran looks pretty good, transsexual. It's male, but for some reason it's transsexual. So I go for the substitute, and he just stays in and keeps Garaballing. Now, I don't know if I said this before, but Boomer has something against his walls. He doesn't like walls at all. He just wants offensive momentum to keep forcing me to switch ins, and it does work out well for him in this game. So I completely roast his Natori. His Natori goes down, and And well, this is where I make like the biggest well, not the biggest, the first misplay of my many misplays in this battle. And I obviously stay in and go for the Fire Blast, hoping that it would do quite a bit, but I know it's probably specially defensive. And he was on 169 HP, which is great for him. He goes for a Drain Punch and doesn't get any health back. Actually does get some health back, probably like 10-20 HP. Now this completely screwed me up. I should have just stayed in and gone for a Fire Blast, because a Mach Punch from that much health will not kill Heatran, but I really wanted my Heatran for later in the game. That is why I switched into my Mew, and he goes for a Drain Punch, which is fair enough, but now he does have a lot of HP. He's getting back HP as I keep switching and keep giving him leftover turns, and keep getting him Drain Punch, his Drain Punch HP back. So I go for the taunt, so he can't go for the Bulk Up, but I think he predicted that, and he goes for the Payback, just wanting to take out my Mew. And he doesn't take out my Mew in one go, but this is where I made my second misplay, which completely screwed me up also. And I go for the Transform, and this was such an obvious Transform, it's not even funny. So I go for the Transform and turn into his Boom Motion, and he goes for a Drain Punch and KOs me, and he gets health back. So it would have been better if I just stayed in and maybe gone for, like, I don't know, the U-turn, and switched out to my Garchomp and just kept going for the Outrage or something. But that is why I go into my Nibs, my Garchomp, and I go straight for the Outrage. Now, he doesn't have a Bulk Up, but I can't believe how less that did. I thought it would do way more, but it doesn't do anything, and he does quite a bit to my Garchomp. So now I'm stuck in the Outrage. I'm hoping it doesn't even matter if I get a 3-turn Outrage, because he can KO me with like a Mach Punch or something. So and he lives with 67 HP, and he can't KO me with a Drain Punch, and I couldn't KO him. But this turn, he will KO my Garchomp with a Mach Punch. Now this is where I felt completely stupid. I have to bring back in my Heatran, and he still has his Boom Motion, doing his Boom Motion Cinder blocking crap. And well, I should have just now I see how little Mach Punch does. I could have easily KO'd him last like 3 turns ago, and I would have saved my Mew and my Garchomp. So I could KO him with a Fire Blast, with a crit. Who knows, maybe that mattered. He was screaming at me on Zac, saying crit! Exclamation mark times 20 or something. So he sends in his Ironnicle. I know these things carry Earthquake, but I've completely forgot Mold Breaker, because I'm pretty sure I didn't start Gen 5 battling straight away. I kind of left it for a while, and I completely forgot that these things have Mold Breaker, and it completely screws up Levitate. So my Rotom Dolly pretty much gets screwed over, and now I have no choice but to just stay in. I should just go into my Airfune and encore him into the Earthquake. So that is why I send my Airfune, and this turn I go for the Lead Seed. If I'd encore the Earthquake, it was not very effective, and he didn't get stabbed off the Dragon Claw. Now I get stabbed, and it's neutral damage. So my Airfune has some recovery, I guess, from Lead Seed, but each turn I try to sub Lead Seed Storm, I actually get less health. I'd really need to work on that. I thought I would get more health, but I guess he doesn't have any HP investments. I'm not getting much HP back. That was a mouthful, I'll tell you. That was a mouthful. So, now I will just keep trying to sub-storm, and Boomer is one of the few. His team is like stuck into early Gen 5 with like a Repushin, and an Akusu. No one uses these things anymore. I haven't seen any. It's like I'm pretty sure this was the first time I've ever, maybe like the first or second time I've ever had to take on an Akusu in my Gen 5 battling ever. So I can't go for another substitute. I think maybe I can. I doubt it. I should have just gone for the Encore, so I can get a Swift Stage Stream into my Heatran, but I go for the Stun Spore and it misses, which is terrible. Now I could have won the game here. This was the biggest misplay. As you'll see, I'll tell you when it happens. So he goes for Dragon Claw because he doesn't have anything else. Maybe he can go for the Earthquake but he doesn't get stabbed. That is why I go for the Dragon Dance, and I know I can't outspeed him with one Dragon Dance, but I'm pretty sure I can live another one because I do have 252 HP, and I'm pretty sure that's enough to live another Dragon Claw. So I get Lead Seed Recovery, which is also nice, and now he keeps going for the Dragon Claw. And I know this one won't kill because of the Lead Seed Recovery, and I will be able to go for the Dragon Dance, which will make me faster than his Akusu because he doesn't have any Dragon Dances up. Even though I don't have any speed investment, I'm pretty sure I can live another one, the Dragon Claw, and I'm pretty sure I'm faster than that anyways. So he keeps getting walled down by what do you call it, League Seed, and I could have won the game here. This is where I completely screwed up. This is completely messed up. You will not believe how badly I screwed up. So alright, there's 3 factors that completely screwed me up. Now, I could have gone for another Dragon Dance, maybe 2 more Dragon Dances, and that would have been completely, that would have assured that I would sweep through his team, including his Alakazam. But on Zat, he was telling me to hurry up and stop Dragon Dances. I'm like, alright, I know your thing's probably Life Orb, so I can't carry it, but it turns out to be Scarfed. Now, I literally face pumped. I could not believe how stupid I was, and wow, this was just a terrible misplay. And because of this, I lose this game, and I couldn't win against Boomer, which is depressing. So guys, I'm sorry to end on such a low note, but thank you for watching. Subscribe to me, Ironnicle. I hope that Boomer leaves my link in the description. I hope he does, and also subscribe to Boomer. You saw how great of a battler he is, and also how he intimidates you on Zat. Just be careful of that. Be wary, and like the video, comment on it. I will read the comments, and so will Boomer. And subscribe to my channel, subscribe to his channel, and as always, as I say on my channel, have a nice one.